Hello soldiers, it is Moonwalking Kingdom back again with another Michael Jackson video, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Michael Jackson concerts of all time. And this is all based off my personal opinion. These are all based off my preferences and my experiences of being a Michael Jackson fan. So, without further ado, let's get started. So before I begin this video, I just want to say that the concerts that I'm going to be listing are mainly going to be Michael's solo concerts rather than the ones with his brothers. Those will come later in the honorable mentions, but the Bad Tour was his first solo tour, so that's why we're going to start from Bad Tour concerts and up. And yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Also, I'm going to be hosting a concert watch party this upcoming Friday. If you guys do not know what the concert watch parties are, I've done 4 of them already. Check them out. Wow, why did I point 3? Wow. But anyway, I will be doing Copenhagen 1997, as you guys wanted for me to do that concert for us to watch. And that will be on Friday at around 8 p.m. Eastern. So check that out when it comes. And yeah, I also don't want to put Bucharest 92 or Munich 97 on this list. Bucharest, because it's literally a compilation of like 3 or 4 different concerts in one DVD. If you guys actually know, like, if you guys aren't aware of that, then there you go. The closest you can get to Bucharest is the BBC version, which has the actual, like, that's the actual Bucharest. And then Munich, which is literally a compilation of both the 4th and the 6th. You can actually find the unedited version, which is just July 6th on YouTube. And that's actually better than the high quality Munich that fans always post on Instagram. Like, I see, like, Munich is probably a concert that I see more than ever. And the concert isn't even that good. I mean, you have some iconic moments, of course, but I feel like, in my opinion, people just rave about it because of how great the quality is. And yes, the quality is amazing in Munich, but there's so much better concerts than Munich. And I'm not saying this, I'm not saying this to be, like a professional critic. I just have seen better concerts with better energy, better vocals, and just, there's so much better. And all this will be on this list. So watch the full video before you state your opinion. And yeah, let's just get started with this. Number 10 is going to be Bucharest 96 during the History Tour.
Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we've shed before? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth, this weeping shore?
Now, this concert, specifically 1996, this is a very energetic concert. And yes, this is taking place in Bucharest, so you're going to hear that annoying whistle. Because if you hear it in Bucharest 92, well, also keep in mind, this was literally at the same venue as Bucharest 92. So you can hear that whistle pretty often throughout the concert. Also, one thing I want to say about this is that Michael is wearing a different Thriller jacket here. And a lot of people know this because he only wore this Thriller jacket in like 1 or 2 shows. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yes, he did wear red instead of that awful yellow white jacket that, in my opinion, it did not fit the song at all. He should have stuck to red, and that's just my humble opinion. So yeah, a pretty interesting concert, Bucharest 96. I also have heard, and I've seen a video of mistakes, and there was a lot of microphone stuff. I mean, that's in a lot of other History Tour concerts too, so that's not really surprising. But overall, this was a pretty interesting concert, and I will definitely do a concert watch party to this show, because there's a lot of stuff that I remember, and there's a lot of stuff that I could have looked up before I filmed this video or watched. So I definitely will do a concert watch party one day on Bucharest 96. So yeah, number 9 is going to be Buenos Aires 1993 during the Dangerous Tour. let me just say something about this. What a crowd. This, like Argentina has a great crowd, and I think the highlight for me was when they were all singing "We Are the World" before. I think it was before "Heal the World." So let's start healing. And then also, this is probably my favorite She's Out of My Life performance. I know a lot of people rave about it, but in all honesty, I can understand why. Like, I crack up every time. But one thing I will say is that this is the longest Michael has stood there, or you know how towards the end of the song he's like fake crying? This is the longest I've seen him do it. And I actually did a reaction video to this when I used to do reaction videos, and he was laying there for about 2 minutes. So yeah, this was a pretty interesting concert. Buenos Aires 93. This was during the 93 legs, so a lot of songs were removed, and this is the only 93 concert we have in full, but in pro. We do have some amateurs, like Mexico City 93. As a lot of people say, that is a very good show. Buenos Aires, or just the 93 leg in general, you had Beat It removed. You had J5 Medley removed, but not in Argentina. Oh, by the way, in Buenos Aires, the highlight here is when Michael Jackson says in Stop Below You Save, he goes, "Brown as fuck my ring." I love that. I love that so much. But by the way, you have Beat It removed. She's Out of My Life removed. Working Day and Night removed. And you had Man in the Mirror removed until the very last show of the 93 leg, and that was the only time Man in the Mirror was performed. I think he did Rocket Man. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I definitely think that Rocket Man came back for that one show. But yeah, but most shows in 93 ended with Heal the World, which I thought was pretty weird because don't you gotta have an encore? But I can understand it was time, and also the fact that he was accused during the time, and there was a lot of health problems going on with Michael. So I can understand why the show was shortened because of the status that Michael was at the time. So I completely understand that. But anyway, that's Buenos Aires. So number 8 is a 1997 History Tour concert. And while there are some great shows like Helsinki, you do have Gothenburg, and you do have Copenhagen, which we're going to react to this Friday. There is another show that fans always talk about how great the energy is, because really it is. I mean, look at the improv he does in Billie Jean. Look at that epic Wanna Be Starting Something from this show. Just overall, the energy was great. He was on top of the world this night. Basel 97, this show was great. Loved everything about it, and it's definitely a show that I would watch over and over again, as many people would say when it comes to energy, when it comes to the dancing, definitely one of his best shows in the History Tour when it comes to 1997. And this was around like the mid 97, so a lot of people, like I know a lot of History Tour impersonators that love this part of the History Tour because of the amount of dancing he was doing, the amount of improvisation in certain songs. And I think it's pretty cool that you have moves that Michael would do in History Tour that you would never see again. And that's one thing I will at least respect about the History Tour. So yeah, that's me with how I think about Basel 97, and just, yeah. It's a great concert. Number 7 is going to be Brunei 96.
You're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white.
This is probably the best 96 show, alongside Kuala Lumpur's second show, Auckland, which is also fantastic. And then you have Tunisia, and let's just say this. Tunisia probably had the best moonwalk in the history tour of all time. Throughout all the shows, yeah, Tunisia had the best moonwalk. Anyway, let's talk about Brunei 96 and how amazing that show was. Beat It. That performance was amazing vocally. Yes, the cherry picker wasn't there, which was unusual when I first saw it. It was in Royal Brunei though. But yeah, he also didn't have the cherry picker during Ert's song either, so that's quite unusual. But it's probably because of the stage and how the stage was. But yeah, could have been something to do with something like that. But anyway, I loved this. Great energy during starting something as well. I also just want to say, if you guys think this, let me know. I feel like this starting something performance sounds a little faster than the history tour. All the history tour concerts. It's a little faster. I don't really know for sure, but it does sound a little faster than the other show. And he had a lot of energy this night, and yeah, it was a great concert. Definitely we'll give it. Definitely would give this one a watch again. Before I continue, I just want to say that I only will put pro concerts in this list and not amateurs. I will do amateurs one day once I actually experiment all of them. So yeah. Next, for number 6, we have Oslo 92 Dangerous Tour. When this is over, loving you will be tonight. This is a very good concert. It's actually like one of those concerts that he does in the daytime. But there are other concerts that he does in daytime. Like there's Amsterdam 96 History Tour. That's in the daytime. But this is probably the only pro show we have that's in daytime. Well, Wembley was like a little light in like the first half, but then it would get dark later on. But yeah, this was a pretty good show. You did have some weirdly awkward moments, like when She's Out of My Life, that girl is just randomly dancing with Michael. And I found that to be probably one of the most awkward, unusual moments. But I will give that girl props for being very polite. Because a lot of the girls that come up to Michael, they hug him and all that, they go nuts. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, this was probably the most polite girl, and also the girl from Yokohama, and all the Japan shows. But yeah, that's definitely one. But also, Smooth Criminal, when the sparklers come out of the guy late at the end of Smooth Criminal. And also, there's a lot of other funny moments in this. But anyway, great show. I love this Billie Jean. Smooth moonwalk. But yeah, overall, great concert. Number 5 is going to be Royal Brunei. This show has a lot of moments. It has the I Just Can't Stop Loving You. I mean, you got Brown, What You Gonna Do. You got the Beat It, messing up the lyrics and Beat It. You also have the fog during Jam. But overall, great. Despite the fog, despite some of the mistakes, it's a pretty good show. You do have, in my opinion, the reason that this is going in 5 is because of the Tell Me What About It. This is probably one of my favorite vocal moments in Michael's career. And I'm putting this at number 5 specifically for that and a couple other things. Also that She's Out of My Life when he goes, deep inside. Like, if you hear the way he sung it, you'll understand why I love it so much. And we actually did a concert watch party to this, so if you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. It was a pretty good watch, and it's a pretty good concert, and it's very underrated. No one really talks about it, and they only talk about just specific parts of the concert. But yeah, but it's pretty underrated. Number 4, Copenhagen '92.
Sounding heartbeats, intimidations. And are you walking? So are you walking? Are you walking? And are you walking? Are you ready? Are you walking?
This is such a great show. This is probably the most energetic show from the Dangerous tour as of what we have in full. I would have loved to see the full Wembley '92 show, as that was probably his best jam performance of all time, in my opinion. But this was also a very good jam performance, and this whole show, despite him cutting the finger, was definitely a very energetic show. The highlight with this show is the Man in the Mirror performance with that epic spin that, yes, came from Bucharest '92. Yes, this is why I don't like Bucharest, because it's literally that spin from Copenhagen, along with other moments like the crowd shots came from like Wembley '92 apparently. So yeah, that there's so many great moments to Copenhagen. I love the Billie Jean. I love the Startin' Something end part. There's so much going on with this, and his energy was unbelievable. So a very good show, and a show that we will definitely do a concert watch party to. I notice how I've been saying this a lot, because like all these shows I want to watch with you guys. this is why we do this. I'm just gonna spoil it now. There are 3 more concerts on this list, and those all are going to be Bad Tour concerts, because you know how much I love the Bad Tour. So let's go to number 3, and that's Wembley '88. This is probably out of the released shows, like, you know, Wembley, Bucharest, and Munich. And also you have Seoul, Korea '96, which was only released in Korea. And then you also had other ones. Wembley '88 is amazing. July 16th, they picked, one of my friends said that he'd rather want July 14th out, because he thought that July 16th was weaker. I have to hear the July 14th audio again. But out of what I watched for July 16th, very good concert. The band groove is probably my favorite part of the whole tour. One of my favorite parts. And of course you had Working Day and Night, which was awesome. Another Part of Me, Star and Sun. I mean, unbelievable. The Way It Made Me Feel, however, was not performed on this night because of, I think it was something to do with, because this show, Princess Diana was in attendance. So, could have been due to time or something, but The Way It Made Me Feel was performed the night before and all the other nights. So yeah, Wembley's great, and I don't even have to go so in depth with it. Number 2 is going to be Yokohama '87. I mean, this is one of those concerts that a lot of people watch for the first time, along with Bucharest '92. But Yokohama is one of those concerts that I first watched for Michael. Shake Your Body, specifically, like that is probably my favorite Michael Jackson performance of all time. And the fact that it runs for like 18 minutes, like sometimes it could be 18, sometimes it could be 15, sometimes it could be even lower than that. But hey, it's actually it's very energetic. He does a lot of improv. Yeah, like Yokohama is great. Things I Do For You and all those other great songs are in Yokohama, along with the other 87 shows. So yeah. And now before I get to number 1, we're gonna go get some honorable mentions in there. Rome '88 had that awesome Rock With You intro. You had the Victory Tour. Let's get Victory Tour some love. We have Kansas City '84, the Jacksons in Mexico City 1975. That's a pretty good show. Gothenburg and Copenhagen '97, of course. Auckland '96, the second show. And then you also have some other really good concerts from a history tour, which I'll probably do concert watch parties for. Number 1, this concert. Unfortunately, we don't have the entire thing, but that does not make me change my mind. Considering that we have the whole audio, despite we only have 1 hour of footage. This concert had a song in there that I just fell in love with the first time I watched it. Brisbane 87. Brisbane 87 is the best Michael Jackson concert in my opinion.
Say goodbye. Just say you are. Just say you are. Just say you are. Just say goodbye.
This concert, the instruments, the vocals, the energy, that shake your body. If you hear the audio for that shake your body, unfortunately we do not have any footage, but that shake your body is epic. You have that one part in where the music is completely stopped, and then he goes, "I love you," and then it just, you know, when in Shake Your Body, when he does the, he's like the he, ooh, he, like I can't even sing right now because my voice, like I'm speaking so much, but and then the band just starts back up, like that's so amazing, and then you have Lovely One. That's probably my favorite Lovely One performance. Heartbreak Hotel as well, and Tokyo 87 was epic as well. I'll tell you something about that. You have like I love this show so much. I just wish we had it in full. I also want to see the Stevie Wonder full performance, because you have the audio, you say Michael Jackson's bad, Stevie Wonder's bad. Like, I love the chemistry with Michael and Stevie Wonder, and I would love to see that footage in full. And you know what? Got some of that footage. And you know who was in the show, but I don't want to say the name. But it's still a great concert regardless, and I dream for this concert to be released in full, even more than LA 89. You guys are gonna go after me for that. Of course, I still want LA 89 to be released in full with the snippets that we're getting and stuff, but still, I would love to see the full Brisbane 87. Like, oh my God, that's such a great show. And this list specifically really just judged by the ones that I enjoy the most. You know, there's definitely a lot of great concerts. I definitely want to do a top 10 Jacksons concerts or performance video, because I definitely want to talk more about the Jacksons. And I definitely want to talk more about the concerts in general and just stuff that many people don't know. And that's why we do the concert watch parties, because they're fun and it's very good to experiment and investigate all the concerts. It's very cool, and even amateurs. I mean, amateurs we'll definitely talk about too. Like this is going to be very fun. And concerts overall are probably my favorite thing to talk about in the Michael Jackson fan community. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that, you know, this video you all were looking forward to. And at the end of the day, all Michael Jackson concerts have unique things about them, and even though I may not enjoy certain ones, they're all still very, very unique, and it's very important that it's like, despite that there are weaker concerts, it's still, it's good to at least acknowledge them for what they are, because of what, you know, like one that may be edited or one that has this. Like, it's very important not important, but it's very fun to talk about the MJ concerts. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And yeah, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.